Okay, so it's day 8 and the Jordan Pickford shit show, sideshow, whatever you want to call it, rolls on. Day 8 now. It's been 8 days and we play Southampton this afternoon. Right, I haven't spoken about it. I've spoken about it on Twitter and stuff like this, but we haven't done a video about it. So I just want to add in a couple of points now. The whole issue shouldn't be against Jordan Pickford. That's the issue here. Look at it logically. The tackle was erratic. We know that. It was a 50-50 ball though. I was told as a kid, if you're going to go into a 50-50 tackle, do not back out because you're going to get injured. And look what's happened. It's one of them. It's a shit show. It is a complete and utter shit show. If Pickford gets injured, is everyone going to be made up that Pickford got injured? You know, it's only because I think it's only because now the media darlings that are Liverpool and Virgil van Dijk is the one that's injured. If this has happened to any other player on the pitch, Matip or Sigurdsson or Gomez or anything like that, I think you'd be looking at, oh well, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. But the media, Talksport, radio, fucking everyone has just turned this into a colossal scapegoating on Jordan Pickford. Yes, we know Jordan Pickford's quite erratic. All goalkeepers are. They're absolutely fucking mental. They get balls shot at them all day. What do you expect? But you look at how Jordan Pickford's reacting to it, and you look at and there's been very little in the way from Jordan Pickford, and I think that speaks volumes of Jordan Pickford more than anything. So you could have come out and gone, listen, drop the bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm the innocent party in this. It's a tackle and it's football and these things happen. And Everton been quite coy about it as well and just said, listen, let's just drop it. But everyone else seems to want to throw the two pence worth in. From some beaut from Arsenal used to play the fucking game years and years ago. Should have known better and should have understood that anyway. Ralph Hasenhüttl, it's none of your fucking business, mate. But that's beside the point. The point now is how what was going on with Jordan Pickford. So in one respect, they're saying Jordan Pickford's this, Jordan Pickford's that. He was intentionally trying to hurt Van Dijk. He shouldn't be playing and all this. That is not Jordan Pickford's problem. That is the problem with VAR and poor officiating. You look at the game last week and you go, right, okay, there was that tackle. There was two tackles earlier on from Van Dijk on Calvert-Lewin and James Rodriguez, which put Rodriguez out of training for most of the week. But that tackle was seen as a reducer and introducing you to the derby. You can't have it both ways. You really, really can't. You can't say that's a reducer and that's a bad tackle. They're all bad tackles, but none of them are being penalised. So Everton are in the same point and say, well, hang on, why you didn't penalise Van Dijk for that? You didn't penalise him for the one on Calvert-Lewin. You didn't penalise Mane for the tackle on Yerry Mina. You didn't penalise Andy Robertson for the tackle on Allen because the referee was in a poor position. Because the referee's not watching what's behind him, which he can't do because he hasn't got a head on a swivel, but he's got to do that. That's his job. But VAR and the officiating at whatever fucking park it is, I don't care because it's all a load of shite. Even yesterday, that penalty, it's daft. There's the two penalty decisions yesterday. So the argument there is not with Jordan Pickford. Yes, Jordan Pickford's tackle is late, yeah, but watch the flight of the ball. Rob Green did it earlier in the week and got it absolutely spot on. He's watching the ball coming over all the way, and then seeing Van Dijk and had to react. That's as simple as that. And they both gone in for it, and Van Dijk's come out of it worse. What happens when Van Dijk if he didn't come out of it worse? What if Pickford did? Would you have gone, oh well, Pickford shouldn't have been jumping in? That's how I see would have happened. Jordan Pickford is being absolutely crucified for this. Yeah, Heung-min Son, who intentionally went out to hurt Andre Gomez against Spurs when we played Spurs at home and broke his ankle, but he was the victim. You can't have it both ways. So what I'm trying to get at now as well is all of this leading up to now. You've got Jordan Pickford this, Jordan Pickford that. Has anyone actually checked These are all companies and big multi-global fucking companies and press releases and medias who are advocates of mental health awareness. But you've absolutely destroyed Jordan Pickford all week. You did it last week when he was playing for England as well, but I think did they get a penalty or something like that? You're going, oh, Harry Maguire's not this and this and this, but Jordan Pickford, fucking hell, that lad. And these are advocates of mental health awareness. You really can't have it both ways. And again, I'm going to go back to the argument now that the argument is not with Jordan Pickford. The argument is twofold. It is with Jordan Pickford to an extent because of the tackle, but at the same time, the whole thing is with the FA, with VAR, with poor officiating, with linesmen. They're all on the pitch watching. They're all watching the game. And no one has looked at it and gone, well, actually, the referee was a bit shit. That lad looking after the VAR telly, you've binned him off or something. But then what are you doing about it? It's all good and well to say, well, he's been binned for the next VAR. He's not getting a go on the telly anymore. Okay, well, what about the player who's going to be playing today and the following week and the following week? The one who's actually in the spotlight. Think about you. People have got to start thinking about players. The whole mental health spectrum thing is just being absolutely enormous. And during this pandemic, it's even bigger than it's ever been. I don't think it can get any bigger. It probably will get bigger because if I'm in Liverpool now, so I'm in a stage 3 lockdown. People's heads are going to get absolutely kettled. So at the same time, it's not just it's a global thing, mental health now, and it's in the spotlight an awful lot. But you can't look at it in one light for one person and one light for another. It's all got to be shone on everyone and go, listen, it's not right here. Listen, we can't continue to crucify people for what they're doing for the job. There's a time and a place for it, but there's not a continuation of it. You can't continue to go, oh, well, it's now 8 days since the derby. Jordan Pickford this, Jordan Pickford that. You're even talking about it. John Lundstrom went for a tackle yesterday against the Red Shite and goes, oh, he played for Everton, him. What the fucking hell does that make a difference? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? The same with Moyes. I think it was something with Moyes Keane earlier in the week playing for PSG. And it was... I forget who, if it was someone on Sky Sports. I forget who it was now. Someone will fill me in. But he went, oh, it was Mason. And he should be fucking well up on this friggin' mental health awareness stuff. The shit that lad's been through. And yeah, it was Moyes Keane. And he went, oh, well, he plays for Everton and that was a bad tackle. Well, so fucking what? He's done it for PSG, not for Everton, mate. And you should know better. The shit that you've put up with in your fucking life. You should genuinely know better, lad. Honest to God. So listen, I'm going to wrap it up now because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about it, and I hope today Jordan Pickford has a great game, and the last week hasn't affected him mentally at all. Probably won't because he's a goalkeeper, and that's what they do. They're that kind of player. But I hope that finally death threats can stop to his family. Racial abuse to Richarlison can stop. Sorry, I'll just make a point on that. Yeah, Richarlison's definitely was a red. I won't try and justify that. He deserved to go, and we said this quite frankly last week when we did the review on the final score. But my final thoughts are on this now. What was really probably one of the best games of the Merseyside derby that we played in a hell of a long time, probably the most competitive, has just been turned into a shit show and a kicking contest into on one person, and it's got to stop. FA, Premier League, media, everyone, it's just got to stop. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully, it's touched the nerve with me finally when it's getting to day 8 and shit's still going on. Pardon me language as well for a Sunday morning. But we move on to Southampton today at 4 o'clock. Let me know your thoughts and your comments on that as well. But also, ideally, it's got to stop, but I also think it's got to stop being spoken about in the wrong light. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. We do appreciate everything you do. Until then, I'll probably try and catch up with you after the Southampton game. Up the fucking toffees. Colin Chong and Jordan Pickford.